each per game. Just make sure you... Yes, thank you. Just please wait for the score to be called before you serve. Get to game 3, we change at 6. Okay, on the left side, we have Nick and Susannah. Susannah starting server. They're on my right, Ryler and Megan. Ryler starting server. Time in, 0-0-2.
Okay, so we're back for the mixed double open 5.0 final. The last match of the 2023 Skechers Pickleball English Open.
Side out.
On commentary, it's Rob Williams here, closing out the tournament as well as open up every day so far this year, pretty much. Joining me on the commentary box to finish up this match is Julia Stevens.
Hello, Rob.
Good evening, Jules.
Hello, good evening.
1-0-1.
So we're in for an absolute treat here.
Beautiful,
really good targeting there.
Beautiful resetting from Susannah Barr. She was blocking it into that kitchen, not allowing them to attack that ball further and further.
Yeah, great counter punching and attacking there.
She went right over the top of that ball, didn't she, Rob?
Yeah, just to get it down.
3-0-1. Second serve. 3-0-2.
Oh, great hustle there from Susannah to get hold of that. We were talking in the last match about my play one more shot philosophy. There we go. Ball on the other side of the net.
You're also saying about scrapping, and she didn't quite understand what you were saying about scrapping, meaning staying in right until the end. And I would say Susannah Barr is definitely someone who is a scrapper on the court. She wants to get to everything.
0-4-1.
Yeah, what a great mister right there at the shoulder.
She's really holding her own though here, Rob, isn't she? Yeah. She's really showing that this
like
is her court.
Yeah, it's looking like she's going cross court there and going back behind Megan Fudge. Oh, what a great backhand there. Again, selling the dummy, sending it the wrong way from what it looks like. Using her body to really get behind that ball and slide across.
She's really dialed in at the moment, Rob.
Absolutely, you can see her breathing. You can just, there's different intensity, isn't there? What we've seen almost all weekend.
The adrenaline is definitely pumping.
We were talking off mic during the semi-final. So it's also so difficult to know when you're waiting for the next match. Do you go eat? Do you not go eat? When is it going to be over in 5? Is it going to be over in 40? You never kind of can prepare for that. Certainly I don't eat barely at all during a tournament day if I can possibly avoid it. You just never know when you're going back on, particularly when the schedules shift here and there, odd court here or there. Jules, when you come into the competition, was there any rep play still going on in the other courts?
I mean, there was a little bit, but the second hole, they turned the lights off. During my bronze medal match that I sadly lost, but that's okay, we can learn from it.
Hopefully you weren't on the actual hall when they turned the lights out.
No, that would be quite funny. No.
Yeah, there we go. Too high and punished.
Susannah Barr is definitely able to hold her own on that side of the court, isn't she?
Absolutely. Right decision there, Nick. Been amazingly successful on those earnings this week. Just unable to execute that one.
1-4-2. Side out. 4-1-1. Second serve. 4-1-2.
Yeah, good play there from Nick, just
Point.
making sure he crossed over the kitchen line to get the right angle on that ball.
5-1-2.
I've noticed though, Rob, that they're actually
Point.
bringing Nick more into the game than just going all to Susannah Barr.
Yeah.
6-1-2.
And I think that's because she's so dialed in a rhythm, they kind of want to upset that a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
Side
And that's
out.
a good example.
yeah, Nick's trying to go for it, just pushing hard on that. I have no problem with that.
No, none whatsoever. I mean, that was the right shot. He just
1-6-1.
didn't execute it, and it was a little bit off balance when he took it.
Oh, look at the roll on
Second
that.
serve.
A complete 180-degree rotation of a paddle face.
1-6-2.
Great hustle there from Petterson
Side
and
out.
Barr. They looked on the behind on that point.
6-1-1.
Another one of those hustle plays
Second
there from
serve.
Susannah on the right there, but unable to convert this time.
6-1-2.
Ooh, just
just
narrowly
a little
missed
long.
it.
Side out.
But that was the right shot. I do believe that was the right shot. I just think she just needed a little bit more roll on it.
1-6-1.
Yeah, not that big rainbow we saw on the previous time when she was rolling
No.
it.
Second serve. 1-6-2.
Yeah, nice attack there from Susannah on the
Side
second
out.
one. Just getting a bit quick on Megan. Taking the person in front of you rather than the person deeper in the court out.
6-1-1. Second serve. 6-1-2. Side out.
It's interesting, Rob, though, that every single point is going to dinking. Every
Yeah.
single point.
I was commenting on the semis about the patience you find in the next gen and the APP pros, that
1-6-1.
they're unwilling to pull the trigger unless it's right.
Yes.
And if they get into a firefight, they're willing to reset and slow the game back down and wait again for another opportunity.
Ooh, Susannah
Nice
going for
backhand
one of
there.
her lobs.
Yep.
2-6-1. Point.
That was very good speed up there from Ryler, attacking the backhand side of Nick.
3-6-1. Second serve.
A little unlucky there from Megan. The ball just tapped the top of the paddle and it went long, which is very unlucky from her, but it was a bit of a net
3-6-2.
call as well.
Point.
Fantastic shot there, dipping it really low at the feet, not even able to properly even have a go at that.
4-6-2.
Sorry about that, Jules. I just had a
Side
quick
out.
debrief with Tournament Director Karen Mitchell.
6-4-1.
We've had a little bit of targeting on Nick's backhand, and it was being very successful from Ryler, actually. That's what you missed.
Yeah, some quick hands at
Second
this battle.
serve.
So lots of inside-outside movement there, just trying to
6-4-2.
almost like an end pattern across the court both times.
Point. Seven, 4-2.
Yeah, punching that through,
Point.
just
That
a
was a
little high.
lovely shot. That was a lovely shot from Susannah Barr.
I think I'm going to have to work on my two-handed backhand after watching this weekend.
Oh, honestly, she's really showcased it.
8-4-2. Side out.
I'm a little torn with this match, to be honest, Rob, because I've, being in the commentary, we've been around
4-8-1.
the pros like pretty much all weekend, haven't we? We've really got to know them. So
Yeah,
it's kind of, I'm not really rooting for any
Yeah.
of them. I'm just enjoying the spectacle, to be honest.
yeah. My pro weekend started
Second serve.
Wednesday evening in Wagamama's in Telford,
4-8-2.
when Susannah Barr and Nick Petterson were given mine and Andre's food.
That's hilarious, actually.
Other Chinese, Japanese fusion restaurants are available.
Side out.
That was a lovely pick up there from Susannah Barr. Did you see the angle on that dink, Rob?
8-4-1.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Point.
another good serve there. Just tucking
Time
right
out
up from there.
receivers.
But the thing to note
9-4-1.
about this
1
net is
minute.
the fact that there's no dip in it. It's straight all the way across.
Yeah,
So there isn't really an advantage of, do you go cross court, do you go forward?
you still have your 2-inch difference between the sideline and the centre of the net, as you must have learnt from your IPTPA
Yes, that's
exam.
very true. But
you're
when you
swatting out
look
the
at
rule
it,
book.
it's very narrow compared to a tennis net. The tennis net is quite significant.
And we don't have the Mario moustache we sometimes find on some of the temporary
Yes.
nets that will have a little
Yes.
sag in them, and it's almost impossible to get them similar to this. And even if you do,
Receivers,
they
0
do not
timeout
behave like a
remaining.
fully tensioned
Servers, 1
wire in the
timeout
top of your
remaining.
net.
But I mean, that's why Susannah went cross court, because if she went forward, it would have probably just hit. It would have probably just hit
Time
the
in.
net. That's why she went cross court on that shot.
9-4-1.
Ooh, that was lovely.
Yeah, wrong
out.
Second
target
serve.
there, wrong target there from Nick.
But again, it's something to
9-4-2.
note that Ryler's backhand is isolated because he is left-handed.
Side out.
So ball back on Ryler DeHeart's paddle now. See if they can get a little bit of
4-9-1.
run to build back into this game, first game. Yeah, great
was
dynamic
lovely.
movement there from Ryler DeHeart. Coming across, taking that ball whilst Megan's stuck at the baseline. Yeah, good play. We saw a bit of a one up and one back, more of a tennis
5-9-1.
configuration there from Ryler and
Yeah,
Megan. They just got stuck there.
their tennis background coming in right here, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, good hustle again.
Second serve.
Another play, one more shot from Susannah there, keeping them going. And just sometimes it's not going to be on your polo that decides the point, it's on theirs.
5-9-2.
That is
Oh.
a great direction for
Side
Susannah
out.
Barr to put it behind to Ryler.
Did you see the squat
Yeah.
that she went into there, Rob? Just look
Yeah,
at that. Look
there you
at
go.
that. And the thing was, though, she had her legs
9-5-1.
together as well,
Yeah.
which is even more difficult
To
than
stay
when
in
they're slightly
balance, yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
She's
Point.
dialing in again, Rob. This
Yeah.
is a dangerous, dangerous thing right now. I think they're going to have to go a little bit more towards Nick's backhand, I think.
10-5-1.
Oh, just
Thank
wide.
you. Second serve.
Both of those balls seem to just die a little bit.
Yeah, and it was very peculiar.
10-5-2.
Okay, so change on the call from Fudge and DeHeart. They were going to go for a switch, then they seem to go for a... Oh, there we go.
Game.
First game.
11-5. Nick,
I do think we had moments
Timeout,
where
change
Susannah
hands.
Barr was dialed in.
2 minutes.
Then
Yeah,
you had
absolutely.
a little bit of taking away the momentum, and then she's dialed in again.
That can be really difficult to manage your intensity over a match, let alone, or a game, let alone over an entire weekend. Certainly you find at the amateur level, these weekends can sometimes come down to who's the fittest person standing
100%.
and managing your way through the waiting, the matches. But we need to comment on the incredible efforts of the volunteers of Pickleball England to keep this event running. The number of court monitors and people organising in the back office. Sally Griffith, quick shout out to Sally Griffith, did all the graphics and the logos for the entire event. This hall has looked incredible. It's really been taken over by Pickleball. Even to the details of having little signs above the taps and the hand dryers that have featured some of our artworks.
Just little things to give you a smile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game 2. Time in.
Obviously,
0-0-2.
Karen, Chris and Frank are tournament directors as well. Just long. Is Nick going to question it? He is.
I did not see it clearly.
Well,
Side
let's
out.
just have a little look there, Rob. I mean, it's not the best view.
Yeah, it's a
0-0-1.
little long. It's very close. I just got a bit high on Susannah there. She couldn't
Point.
quite get her.
Yeah,
Left
she did
shoulder out
try
the way
to
too.
jump up to it though, but
Yeah.
then we've mentioned this before. Like when you
1-0-1.
jump, you lose a bit of that balance, and therefore the consistency and the rhythm of your shot is affected.
Or
Second serve.
just a little bit low on the pulling the trigger on that run, just maybe slightly overextended on that ball.
1-0-2.
I do definitely think though that DeHeart and Fudge are looking for a bit of a run here.
Side out.
Susannah is playing a very, very good match right now, Rob.
Yeah.
Would you not agree?
Yeah, she's really dialed in,
0-1-1.
as you were saying earlier. Oh, that's just
Ooh.
cruel. I
Point.
was a receiving end of exactly the same earlier this afternoon. Well, unfortunately for my team, my opponent actually was able to spank it right along the ground and in for an ATP.
Oh,
It rolled even longer and even wider than that one.
blimey.
My opponent then decided to go for a half lap of one as he needed
Point.
to run around the net and slow his momentum down after putting the ball past me.
I really don't think targeting Susannah Barr's backhand is the way to go. I would actually
Not with a locked in like this.
No, I would go more towards Nick's backhand, try and or even go more into the dinking game and try and force a bit more gaps.
Second serve.
Yeah, see Nick ran around his
Like
backhand
that.
there.
Like that.
Hit
like
his
that.
forehand slightly off position, giving more court to cover.
And there was a bigger gap in the middle there, and then Megan attacked it, and then it led
Yes.
to a conversion of them going on to a second serve.
2-1-2. Point.
Again, I don't think it's the good idea to go
3-1-2.
towards Susannah at the moment. She's just so consistent right now.
Side out. One, 3-1. Point. Two, three, one. Point. Three, three, one. Point. 4, 3, 1.
Oh, what?
Second serve.
Thank you, Mr. Net, again.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah, just handcuffing Susannah on that last point, but amazing evidence there of Ryler's and Susannah's hands.
Yes, I do think that Ryler and Megan are going to have to play the patient game. They're going to have to wait.
Yes.
They're going to have to reset quite a few times
5,
to
3,
be able
2.
to open up these gaps.
I think Susannah may have used her left hand at one point there to try and smash that ball down.
Six, 3, 2.
Oh, Susannah unsuccessful with the lob there.
I think that's her first unsuccessful lob that I have seen on the commentary booth. Rob, what do you think?
I think that's the second I've seen. I'm trying to think how many hours I've been on mic this tournament. I think, from memory, it's something like 14, 15 hours, something like that. I've done 3 or 4 mornings pretty much straight out, which is 10 or 12.
Timeout receivers. 8,
We have a
3, 2.
timeout.
1 minute.
And
I think that's a good call. I do think that's a good call.
yes, breaking that run. A defensive timeout to try and slow the pace down.
And as
make your
Susannah was
opponents
saying,
think.
exactly. But what Susannah was saying with you earlier about you wanting to change that momentum, and she's definitely wanting to do that here.
So yeah, obviously we need to thank our sponsors at this sort of stage. So in this open room, our main
0
sponsor is
timeouts
Sketchers
remaining.
Pickleball, the UK
Server.
Pickleball Shop that has
1
been
timeout remaining.
running a booth out in
15
reception with
seconds.
ProXR Pickleball paddles. Flanking our ball sponsor, APP,
Yes.
Alessi, Scan, Head,
Time in.
Bring On Life Bowl,
8,
Pickleball
3,
United
2.
to generously donated their courts, and Pickleball People who also had a booth out in reception. Whoa! Let's just check if
Ball.
Tyler's okay.
Side out.
Tyler's okay there.
You hit the net. You hit the net before the ball died. Side out. Side out. Thank you. Side
I'm not
out.
sure if Ryler's got any red on him. Any Shaun of the Dead fans out there?
Are you okay?
Might have blue though from the court.
Yeah.
Time in. 3, 8, 1.
Nick
Second
just put the
serve.
trick a little early there, but a phenomenal serve right in that back corner. A lot of rip and roll on it.
Three, 8, 2. Side out. Eight, 3-1. Point.
Nick just overcooking it there a little bit, going cross court.
Nine,
So we're now
three,
looking
one.
at 9-3-1. Yeah, so now
Point.
10-3 game point to bring this to a third and deciding match. Third and deciding game in this match.
10-3-1.
I really don't
Second
think
serve.
that Susannah and Nick want that. I think they just want to finish this in 2. I don't think they're going to give up that easily, Rob.
No, I think you're right on that one,
10-3-2.
Jules. Yeah, good leave there.
Side out.
Let's see if they can go on a bit of a run here, Rob.
I think it's win by 2 in this format,
3-10-1.
isn't it, Jules? I think at medal matches. Oh, just out. Looked really
Second serve.
close.
Thank you.
That was a very close call.
3-10-2. Side out.
Got another chance here at game point, Rob.
Yep.
They will definitely want to take
10,
it just in
3-1.
1. They don't want another chance. They want to take it now.
Yeah.
But
and
Susannah has
so
other
good.
ideas.
Yep. Well, I think we've seen that all weekend. Certainly being around her and being in the booth. And yeah, as you said, we've been
10-3-2.
on champ court a lot of the weekend as part of the commentary crew. Yeah, it became
Thank
like
you.
our home
Side
base
out.
for all our equipment and stuff. And obviously our paddle bag just to keep track of everything.
3-10-1. Thank you.
Okay,
Point.
so cool start to build a run here now. 4-10.
4-10-1.
I think if they get about 3 more points, there would probably be a timeout from DeHeart and Fudge.
Yeah,
Second
just a little
serve.
bit high on that lift. And then obviously going to get counter punch and attack back. I don't know, I can't just punch back.
4-10-2.
Yeah,
Point.
good play there for Susannah Barr. Just misdirecting it slightly, giving a little bit of a head fake to Megan Fudge,
5-10-2.
sending it to a backhand in and crossing the hour. Yeah, good
Point.
sticking out there, but really good evidence there of Nick and Susannah not pulling that trigger early if it wasn't quite right. Such a tempting ball that was floating around. Nope, I'm going to dink
6-10-2.
it back and live again.
Side out.
Looked like Nick lost his foot though. It's only sounded like it squeaked his shoe a little bit on there.
Yeah, you
Not
could,
quite stable on that
10-6.
stroke.
yeah, you could just hear him there squeaking his shoe again. Oh.
Oh,
Point.
and that's game. So
Game.
a deciding final game.
11-6.
And what a better
Ryler
way
and
to
Megan.
finish this weekend on a final 3rd game thriller, Rob.
Yeah, we just got another
Timeout. Change ends.
30,
2
so
minutes.
44 minutes until they're going to close the tick again, I think.
Okay.
I think we're going to get a little bit earlier than last night, but not a lot by the sounds of it.
No, I mean, to be honest, Barr and Fudge play together quite a lot, so they know what each other are made of. And it's interesting to see that
Reminder, we changed
the
ends at 6.
movement of the dinking actually did adapt later in that game, and that's how
Yes, you
DeHeart
serve.
and Fudge were able to manipulate the
you serve.
spaces for
Right.
Susannah and Nick, compared to just targeting towards Susannah, because Susannah was holding her own and they knew that they needed to do something different.
Yes, I think the commentary crew is just
Everyone
looking
okay to
around us
start?
at the moment, seeing are we going to
Okay.
be able to get everything collected and ready to run
Game
as
3.
soon as
Time in. 0,
we
2.
finish our final game here.
Side out.
So straight exchange of serve there,
0,
0, 0, 1.
An unlucky
Second
net
serve.
call there.
Yeah.
0, 0, 2.
Yeah, that's gone.
Point.
That was a well-constructed point.
Yeah, just working it around, getting Megan off balance, and off you go.
That was an example of targeting the
1-0-2.
backhand, forcing the pop-up, and then finishing middle.
Yeah.
Thank you. Point. Yes. Two, 0, 2. Point.
That's a very rare miss return from a pro.
3, 0,
One of the
2.
things we really don't see very often. Is it maybe a sign of tension and nerves as we're getting into this final game? Oh, that's just cruel. That's just so unfortunate.
Well, that's one net call from each side, so the karma's a little bit there. Do you not
4,
think so,
0,
Rob?
2.
Over time,
Side
pickable
out.
karma tends to work itself out, I think.
Yes, I think so.
Maybe not even on the same day or the same game, but over the course of your career, I think everything will probably stack out fairly equal.
I think something that's really important to point out is that you need to lose to be able to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
0, 4, 1.
Great
serve.
drive there from Nick, straight through the middle there. Yeah, the whole losing a lot means you're actually trying to grow as a player.
0, 4, 2.
I've got a video from Lee Whitmore on a clinic we featured here. I will post it on my social media when I finally get back home and have more than about 4 or 5 hours sleep for these long tournament weekends. Yeah, great lift there from Nick to get on top of that ball and
Side
then
out.
put it on the angle to Megan Fudge's backhand.
I mean, I don't know how tall Nick is, but he is a very tall guy when you stand right next to
4,
him.
0,
Yeah.
1.
And just the loveliest guy. Such
Really
a nice
is,
person to
really.
talk to. And he's only part-time in
Second serve.
pickleball. He's not a full-time pickleballer.
Yeah.
But he's considering looking, can he kind of turn it to go pro? He
4,
only
0, 2.
sort of plays on the coast of where he is in Idaho. He doesn't travel too far afield. Obviously Megan and Ryler are sort of following the tour in their camper, bringing the kids with them. What a great speed up from Nick there.
Point.
She's on the inside out and on Megan.
But what I really do like about what Susannah Barr's doing is she's causing a form of deception from the way she's hitting the ball. They don't
Yeah.
quite know where it's going to go.
Five.
Her
0-2.
serve particularly is not the prettiest looking stroke, but so effective. It doesn't look conventional. And again, yeah, what a play there from Nick on the
Point.
Ernie.
Time out.
That's what he
Superb.
wanted. That's what he wanted to do earlier,
6-0.
Rob.
Yeah,
2.
and
1
6-0-2
minute.
on the change of ends.
Yeah, they're definitely wanting to go for all out right now. I do think I wonder what they're talking about, Rob.
Yeah. We need Frank again, don't we?
Yeah, we need that. We need that lip reading.
Frank the Tank, if you're there, send me a message if you're on stream. Although you may be playing, because it seems to me there isn't a day with the wine in that you're not playing pickleball at the moment.
15 seconds. You have 6. Yes. Time in. 6:02. Side out.
Okay, so now we're on the turn. Oh, no, we haven't turned, have we, actually? 5-0-6 0.
0-6-1.
It's 0-6. Yes, Susannah just trying to lift it over and go back to Megan Fudge's backhand again. Quite unconventional looking, but so effective.
I think she was trying to do a bit of one of those misdirection shots, looking like she was going cross-court, but then going down the line.
Oh, that's just lovely from Nick Petterson there. Smacking that ball hard at Ryler DeHeart, then using all of his pace to take it away and just drop it short. But again, using the full width of the court and going to the sideline, outside the sideline as well, to make sure he stands stably. Obviously in the UK, it's a bit tricky for us when we're normally playing a sports with no walls fairly close. I think that's a legacy of the badminton facilities you're playing where a ball doesn't, a shuttlecock doesn't bounce out, so you don't really need to have that width. So the walls are built a little bit closer together than they could potentially be for an ideal pickleball court. I know a couple of places I play it's incredibly tight. So now at 2-6-2. Yeah, another Susannah by lob there, just getting over Megan Fudge's backhand, making it really awkward for her to control that overhead. So now back to side out and it's 6-2. Oh, Susannah just missing that third.
6-2-2.
Oh, and back to side out again. A couple of mistinks there.
2-6-1.
Ah, I missed the net getting involved there. A definite sorry, not sorry moment there.
Two, 6-2. Side out.
Okay, we're now back with Petterson and Barr on the serve.
6-2-1.
Let's see if Susannah puts that curve serve in. No. Unlucky there from Susannah trying to push it through. Rolls stuck out there by Fudge DeHeart.
Big yell out there from Fudge. She's getting pumped up, Rob.
6-2-2.
You must be getting in the kids at bedtime.
Good fault. The paddle hit the kitchen. Point.
Let's just have a little look at that. Oh, do you think it hit?
Very sure. Your paddle, tip of it hit the kitchen. I'm 100% sure. Point.
We don't have any
7-2-2.
official review from the live feed here.
Point.
Yeah, just got Ryler's backhand exposed there. Obviously, with these left-hand, right-hand combinations, if you can get some width on your opponent and get them turned, then you've got a much
Timeout,
better chance.
receivers.
And yet another momentum-breaking timeout here
8-2-2.
from 8-2-2.
1 minute.
I definitely do think though that call on the paddle was worth a review if we did have it available. Megan seemed quite sure that that was not the case.
Well, I mean, I think it was pretty
think it was
clear that the
very-
paddle touched. It's where the paddle touched.
Okay. Yes, I know that it went down on the floor, but it's where it was touching, so that's what they would want to
And
review.
our angle wouldn't show that. It's not going to give us that visibility and clarity. And obviously, noticeable in
15
the
seconds.
American tour stuff, that even their reviews are not terribly clear on some of those situations because it's obviously driven by camera view.
Time in.
But we're hopeful that we
8-2-2.
might be able to bring some kind of Hawkeye style system into the UK as one of our pickleballers Ed Hare, so the founder of the Pickleball Premier League in the UK, works for Hawkeye. Yeah, so it's an interesting
Point.
call. I love the call of bounce it, which is obviously can never be reinterpreted
9-2-2.
as an out call. So calling out is a dangerous thing. You get that timing wrong. Ah, Nick unsuccessful there on that dink.
Side out.
So that now it's 2-9.
2-9-1. Point.
Do you think we're going to see a little bit of a run here, Rob?
3-9-1.
I'd like to see a couple more points before we can make a decision on that. No,
No.
Susannah's
serve.
locked in there. Again, that slightly inside out looking forehand.
Yeah, she has other ideas, Rob.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't expect anything less.
no, that's very true.
3-9-2.
Yeah, great hands
Point.
battle there.
But something that I've really noticed is how well the Americans stack.
Yeah,
And how well their timing
4-9-2.
is, how well they're able to return, and knowing the timing of when they need to be in the right position.
yeah, for the
Point.
unwinding situation. I think what I've really noticed is how they want to, the forward
5-9-2.
player is always trying to glue the middle. Susannah here is actually side stacking, not needing to unwind. So for those of you who aren't aware, the concept unwinding means that you are switching across in front of your partner, whereas a side stack is where your partner stands on the side of the court they're going to end up in. Obviously, it's a very obvious stack that's going to happen. You can't really go the other way with any kind of misdirection.
6-9-2.
A lot of the pros are doing here is when they're stacking, they're coming across. And Nick here is cheating across the middle, and they've actually stayed on that side rather than stacking. Yeah, Ryler just chancing his forehand
Point.
against Susannah's backhand there.
But she did have a little bit of misdirection there,
Yeah.
though, didn't she? And there was a little bit of a pop-up.
Yeah.
But Ryler was over the top of that ball.
7-9-2.
So again, Susannah side stacking. It's much easier to do that side stack and get in the right location.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, I was doing that most of today. I do agree that side stacking is so much easier than going unwinding.
But I'm a big advocate of the unwind.
It does create confusion.
Oh, unlucky there
Side
from Ryler.
out.
What I like about the unwind is that the front player can actually sit on that tee and be a threat and only move over the last second into their correct position. Even if you're not poaching, if you're not switching, sorry, not switching, if you're not going to do a fake switch. I like that threat up front.
Point.
And now it is match point to Petterson and Barr on the paddle of Nick Petterson.
It's 7. I called 7. Yes, it was. I called 7. Okay. 10, 7, 1.
That is game,
Game.
set, and match.
Match.
How unfortunate for the net call to give Ryler no chance of defending that ball.
Susannah.
That is a shame that it ended like that, though, with the
Yeah,
net
after
call.
some fantastic points we've had from here. Yeah, Ryler DeHeart there tapping the net.
It's not
Absolutely
always.
brutal.
It's either your best friend or it's your worst enemy. I don't
Yep.
think there's no balance between it. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
How have you found the nets that we've played on today, this tournament?
The Franklin nets have been fantastic to play with. They've performed really well. I was responsible for tightening all 40 of them in the main courts with Andre at one point in the evening to make sure they were the correct height and get them all nice and tight and not drooping. And then I'm assuming there's been a team that's been going around and make sure that it's remaining at the correct height from there. So